Compliments. 10 fragrances that'll get you some.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. We're gonna be talking about 10 fragrances that I've gotten numerous compliments while wearing. Some of these I haven't really given much light on the channel, and a lot of 2023 was consumed by dupes, and even to this day, a lot of them are, coming out. But not only dupes, a lot of these Middle Eastern houses, cheap Middle Eastern houses rather, because when you say Middle Eastern, there can be like this, there is this misconception that all of them are dupes. They're really not. Most of the ones you see behind me are niche, they're expensive, they're 150 original fragrances, but the cheaper ones, they're gonna keep coming out, man, and they're getting more unique by the day, honestly, by the week, by the month, by the, seconds. Another unique fragrance was born for $30 probably, or 50. Prices are going up. But these 10, haven't spoken much of them. They've gotten me a lot of compliments. The first one, it's an oldie but a goodie. Why sell La Nuit de Lhomme? It's still relevant. 2024, sure, it doesn't last as long as the first batches, maybe in like 2017 or whenever this came out, but it still gets me a lot of compliments. Guys, don't sleep on this bad boy. Just get the big bottle. I sprayed about 6 to 8 times. 8 times is probably the realistic number that I would, personally stick to. When you go for a little bit more on this one, because it's spicier, the cardamom and all of that, it's gonna come off, it'll really muzzle the DNA or just do something off-putting and change the way that the fragrance smells. It's relatively diffusive, spicy, mysterious, sexy, and alluring at the same time. It's got a lot of complementing factors in it, like a bunch of accords. So what that basically means is when you smell it, you smell a lot of things at once. It's not just this plain Jane basic fragrance. And those are really some of the traits and aspects that makes a fragrance compliment worthy. That's exactly what this is. If you're trying to impress a lady, this one will definitely do it. For sure, 10 out of 10 compliment getter to this very day. Number 2, Versace Eros Flame. Yeah, believe it or not, I have the big bottle too. I haven't really sprayed much of it anymore, but this is one that I wore for like a solid week, the first week that I got it. And I got a lot of compliments on this one. It's much better than Eros. I'd never enjoyed Eros, the EDT, nor the EDP or any of them really. This is much more versatile, less cloying, no mint, nothing abrasive. It has something that can come off slightly minty. It's really rosemary. So rosemary, even if you smell a fresh plant of rosemary, it has like undertones or minty undertones. It's got like this mentholated feeling. It doesn't necessarily smell like mint, but it's more aromatic, meaning herbaceous, and it has that minty undertone. So cooling at the same time while being sweet and fruity. Much more appealing in general than Eros, whereas Eros just hits you right in the face with that cloying mint. This one doesn't. Makes it much easier to wear. This is really strong. So it can be cloying, can be overdone if you spray it more than like 7, 8 times, honestly. So a really strong one, a compliment getter for sure. Next one, smells like $1 million, but it's for less than like $100 on discounters. And it's Montal's Arabians Tonka. This is one I wasn't really too impressed with when I initially got it because of the fact that, a lot of fragrances I grew up wearing has that typical saffron, oud, rose, and sugar combination. And that still remains the case, but the wearings of this was something else. The projection, the way that this one smells. If you're a beginner, I wouldn't really try to go with a full bottle or blind buy this one. I would highly recommend sampling it. But if you enjoy oudi fragrances, specifically saffron, you're really gonna like this one. This is one of the best ones, and there's a reason why it keeps coming up. It's genuinely one of the best ones. Highly replicated and spoken of because of, it's worth it, man. It's worth it. For under designer prices, still, it's a niche fragrance for under designer prices. Definitely worth the price tag. Ladies and gentlemen can rock this. It smells like oud, sugar, and saffron, basically. Arabians Tonka has gotten me so many compliments, though. This is head-turningly good, genuinely. Smells like $1 million. Next one's a little bit more affordable, and it's not going to be the newest flanker from the line, but rather it's Ralph's Club Parfum. Yeah, believe it or not, this has gotten me a lot of compliments, specifically at the gym and one time at the mall. It's fresh, it's easy with a woody backbone. Definitely not something as easy as like just the original flanker or just Ralph's Club EDT, and it's not as complex as the Elixir. The Elixir is a little bit more unique, has some niche aspects to it. This one though, easy. Spray it on, keep it moving, and frankly, the entire Polo lineup, a lot of their fragrances has gotten me a lot of compliments. The blue, the red, the red extreme, black, they have a lot of compliment-worthy fragrances. Now, I'm not gonna get into which ones last and which ones don't, but still, this one is one of the highest complimented, aside from some of the other ones that I mentioned, specifically blue Eau de Parfum. Yeah, this is a good one. Number 5, Dude, this is like beating a freaking, yeah, it's talked about constantly, but it genuinely works. It genuinely works. It's not gonna work for everybody, so you do wanna sample this because it's a high price tag. And fortunately, luckily, if you have a Nordstrom around you or Neiman's or Saks, they might have this for you to go and sniff it rather than even buying a decant. But if you don't like humans or seeing other people, like, you know, then you can just get a decant, I guess. This is Parfums de Marly Layton. It's sexy. It's apple, it's spice, it's loud, it's strong. There is a rumor or or actually it's not even a rumor. The facts are that it's been reformulated. I have an older batch, maybe, I'm not sure. This one is, let me give you guys the batch code. It's 905804. You can check it out. I've gotten so many freaking compliments with this one. It's stupid. That's how many compliments. How many compliments did you get, stupid? It's not gonna work for everyone, like I said. It's spicy, it's loud, it's strong. Some people get this mentholated vibe or Vicks vibe. I get the mentholated, I don't get the Vicks. It's still sexy to me. Number 6 has gotten me compliments at the gym. It's not a gym appropriate fragrance, but because that's mainly what my life consists of, I test a lot of my fragrances when going to the gym. This is sexy date night, bad boy vibes all day. Smells like a leather jacket. I never wear leather jackets, but I still wear this fragrance. And to this day, when I go out on a date, this is an extremely valid option. One that I look at and say, I really want to wear. It's Guerlain Lhomme Ideal Extreme. Every time I've rocked this, oh, it's Guerlain Lhomme Ideal Extreme. So sexy, just so sexy. Leather jacket vibes. It's got like this almond cherry vibe with some warm ambers and just sweetness in the base. Alluring stuff. Gorgeous fragrance. It's a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Compliment galore, except it's going to be something seductive, but it does have quite a bit of sillage. With Guerlain fragrances, specifically this design, they have reformulated and changed and etc. There's going to be a lot of rumors about that. If you come across those rumors, just disregard it, because for me personally, this lasts easily 8 hours. Now I'm sure it probably, you know, lasted once upon a time, maybe longer. Oh, not even sure. Maybe it lasted longer once upon a time, but even this current batch, it's fire. And for those of you that wonder what the batch is, it's 3B01. Fire stuff. Smells sexy as hell and gives me easily 8 hours. Out of the entire lineup, which I do own, I'll make a guide, that one's the sexiest. Next one, showstopper in terms of compliments. I mean, there's not a single day. Okay, stronger with you. Yeah, chestnut vibes. Whoa, that was sick. So freaking sexy. Vanillic can be cloying. When I initially bought this, I thought it was cloying and I never wanted to wear it. But it's citrus top, it's vanillic, it's sweet. It's actually pretty versatile for a sweet fragrance. I've signature scented this. I've even rocked it sometimes in the summertime. I kept the sprays light, but my God, the compliments on this. I wonder. I'll let you know. This fragrance is the king of all blues. There is not a single blue fragrance that's gonna do this blue the better than the original blue, and it's Bleu de Chanel. This is the Eau de Parfum, the best one. Period. Parfum smells good. It's the woodiest of the lot. It's got the most ISO-E Super, and ISO-E Super just smells like air with woody undertones. Actually, it smells a little bit more than just that. Woody undertones, and it enhances performance sometimes. But what it actually ends up doing for that fragrance personally is I go nose blind to it. Can't really smell it. The sillage is not the best, and also the enhanced concentration really makes that fragrance or the DNA sit pretty densely on the skin. So I get about 6 to 7 hours with that tops. So I understand that a lot of gentlemen enjoy it, maybe as they're, you know, gets more mature as they're maturing in age, but this is the best out of all because it's like the best of both worlds. It's for those of you that are, you know, aging, and for those of you that are still, you know, young bucks that are trying to get attention that doesn't smell like woods and old man. I'm not saying a Parfum smells like old man, but it definitely smells the most grown, and honestly, the performance for me, sillage wise, it's important as well. It's not the best. This is though. EDT has the best sillage, but it's very short-lived. It does smell pretty good. It lasts like 6 hours. It smells great. This is the best of them all because the sillage and the total longevity is balanced. I get about 8 to 10 hours straight longevity, and as far as the sillage goes, it's like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. Eau de Parfum smells the best. It's got the mix of the citruses, the peppers, some of those woods. Yeah. Compliments galore. And you can wear this literally everywhere. The only downside about this one is that because of how versatile it is, you're gonna wanna wear it so often, and it's hardly ever discounted, so the price tag might be the only thing. But this one is one that the tag is worth. It's definitely worth it. You could potentially go out there and buy, you know, 3 inspired buys and you end up spending like $90 when you could have just spent another maybe 60 bucks and got the original. This is an original where I will say that although there are some that are close, like the Club de Nuit or whatever, nothing is gonna top this, period. Next one, I wouldn't be the Middle Eastern fragrance king if I didn't include a Middle Eastern fragrance, although most of these DNAs are Middle Eastern, Menthol, Layton, La Nuit, but no, from an actual Middle Eastern brand, and it's a niche brand. And this is Arabian Night Silver by Arabian Oud, a relatively middle price range fragrance, niche DNA, and performance as well. This smells like a Frankenstein between like this Ambroxan Dylan Blue meets Parfums de Marly Layton. It's not an inspired by or a twist, but rather I'm just giving you that similarity so you can understand what this might smell like. So Ambroxan, peppers, ambers, and some vanilla and musk in the dry down. This is a really good one. highly complimented fragrance as well. If there's one that I want to recommend, it's going to be this one. And I know a lot of people are going to wonder or ask about the gold one. The gold one smells like this with more musk. Not as good as this one. There you go. Last on this list, relatively new to my collection, but a freaking baby maker, and the types of compliments I got with this one is stupid. It's that good. It's Born in Roma's Coral Fantasy. There you go. Coral Fantasy, man, yeah. Wow. Coral Fantasy has already got me a lot of compliments, and I'll take a compliment for my flicks, okay? I'll take it. This one's gotten me a lot of women's attention. Not only that, it has multiple, compliment factors. The fact that it's sweet, it projects, it smells amazing, man. And you could easily signature scent this one as well, just like I would with Stronger With You and many other fragrances. Don't let people tell you you can't wear sweet fragrances in, different occasions. There are a couple of fragrances that might be too dense for certain climates, etc. But really, if you look globally, people wear what they want when they want. And we'll talk a little bit more, and I'll make a lot more lists like this. But for now, if you enjoyed watching this list, do me a solid, hit that like button and the subscribe, and until the next video, peace.